Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Liz, and we are
Two Grateful Stitchers.
Thanks for joining us for our 15th Flosstube video.
Welcome, we're so glad you're here.
Summer's winding down a little bit in Wisconsin. Fall is creeping up on us. I can see some trees turning colors behind you. Summer's been wonderful. It goes by super fast here. We get a little tiny short summer in Wisconsin. Usually we look at the questions we had from our last video, and our last video was in July, and we didn't have any questions, so I figure everybody's out and about being busy in the summer just like we are. We did get together in July with Annie Beez and her daughters, and we had a blast.
Oh, it was a wonderful time.
It was so much fun. So we're hoping to go see them again in November. We're planning on it if the weather cooperates. So that'll be fun. And then we usually talk about Flosstube.
Yes.
Again, summertime in Wisconsin, I don't watch a ton of Flosstube. I have been stitching, but usually I listen to audiobooks when I'm stitching. So, because I like to watch when I'm watching Flosstube. I like to see what they're holding up. Right. And when I stitch without my glasses on because I'm usually stitching like this. So it's easier to listen to an audiobook. But I have watched Kindred Stitcher, Annie Beez and her girls, and so-and-so's. So I'm sure I'll watch more Flosstube as...
Right. Well, now the weather's getting a little cooler, and it's getting dark out earlier, and you're just not out and about doing things so much anymore. So there's more time to sit and indulge, right?
Yeah, I do have kind of a new setup. I have a table that I can roll around. It's sort of like a hospital table, but it looks like an end table, but it rolls the same way and lifts up the same way. And that's been ideal because I can keep all my cross stitch on it, and then when the grandkids come over, I can just roll it into my office and close the door.
Yep.
And so that's been good because it used to be I had my stuff kind of strewn all over, and then I'd have to pick it all up when everybody, when all the grandbabies came over. So that's been really nice. So I'm thinking about customizing a little bit like that old MTV show, that Pimp My Ride.
Oh, there you go. Then you'll have to show it. She'll have to show it to you guys.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But we can start. So you have a fully finished object?
I do. I have just one, and it's a little one this time. There it is.
That's so cute.
It is one of the 3 birds in the pattern from La Di Da called A Murder of Crows. That's the pattern, a picture of the pattern anyways. And I only did the one bird down in the corner. I don't know if I'm going to do the other 2. I don't know. I mean,
where do you keep it? Is it on a magnet?
Yep. So the tarts I got on Amazon, and they came in a set of 5. They're just little pie tarts. And on the back of the pie tarts, they're loose because you actually are supposed to be baking little tarts, right? Yep, so you can push that in. So I glue that down, and then obviously when I do this, and I glue everything. But I use a magnet on the back, so then I can put this on my refrigerator. I can put it on my stove. Right now, I currently have it on a lamp in my living room because it just attaches right to the metal lamp.
Sure.
So it won't stick on refrigerators that are stainless steel.
Oh, sure.
Magnets don't work. But anything that you can stick a magnet to, it works. And I love it. It's just so simple.
It's adorable.
When I finished it, my husband's like, what are you going to do with that? And I was like...
That sounds like my husband.
What do
you do with them?
Right. It's pretty.
We just like them.
And it's in season. This is what we do, right?
Yes. Perfect.
So that is my one. Fully
awesome. And I don't have any finishes. I'm close, but I don't have a finish yet.
So whips?
Whips, yeah. You want to start?
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't.
Perfect. Do you want to use our handy dandy little...
Sure. Liz made this.
Yeah. I think I shared the video from Laura... I'll have to put it back in the description box, sorry. It was the video where you sew it. So it's, you might have the corners, like if you're doing binding on a quilt. So
did you use glue?
No.
You sewed it right onto the cardboard.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's like poster board, I think it's called, or something like that, yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
But it makes it so you can hold it up, and it's got a nice background. And we were doing this for a little over a year, about time we...
Instead of just holding the flimsy little things up. Yeah. So there, we'll stick it in that corner, and then you can see my pattern.
Oh, yeah.
So this one is called Gathering Honey.
This is Luminous.
Luminous Fibre Arts. Yeah. I always say Misty Pursel, but it's Luminous Fibre Arts is the name of her country.
Awesome.
I finished the Red Bird last year, and then I started working on this this summer. Yeah. So I haven't gotten very far, but I just wanted to show you how far I have gotten. I am using the called for floss. And then the fabric I'm using is a 36 count platinum.
Ooh, nice.
Which I like. And I did cut the pieces out for the other birds as well because I had the squirrels and I have the snowman. Yeah. So I will eventually finish all of them.
You like 36 count linen.
That's my favorite. Mm-hmm. It is my favorite.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Because I don't like using 2 strands of floss.
Yep.
It's pretty when I do it, and I have some to show you because it's on 32 count. So anything 32 count or larger, I use 2 strands. Yep. And then the 36 count or smaller, I use 1. Yeah. I like the one. I think the stitches lay nicer. That all depends on what you're doing. Nobody really looks that closely at my work anyway, so I don't even know why.
Do what you enjoy stitching, for sure.
Yep. So let's do this next one. Should have taken it out of the package. Gorgeous. This one is called Quaker Handwork.
Is that Brenda
Gervais?
Oh, I love her stuff. Yeah. I don't know if that'll stick.
It might not stick, but that's as far as I've gotten. So you can see that right there.
Awesome.
And this is on a 36 count Edinburgh linen, and I love it.
With 1 strand.
Just 1 strand.
Called for.
Called for flosses. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And I just started this not too long ago and picked it up and
you got pretty far.
I did get pretty far.
That red, I love it.
It's beautiful. We got that when we were in Amana, Iowa.
Yeah.
At the retreat. That's really
beautiful.
Pretty. Yep, I like it. Thank you. And then this one is another, Luminous Fiber Arts.
Misty Pursel.
Misty Pursel again. This one is called the Turkey's Thanks.
Hold it.
And this one is still in the hoop because I was working on it at 6:30 this morning before I went to work.
Nice.
So that's as far as I've gotten, and I'm hoping to have this finished when we talk about plans. My plan is to have this finished.
Yeah. You're so seasonal. I'm not on the ball with that.
I try to. I want this done so that I've got something out when Thanksgiving comes.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
And all the called for colors. Some are DMCs. Some are specialty flosses. I got my readers on. Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works both. But most of the floss is
what
DMC. What
fabric did you say? I'm sorry.
This is a 36 count linen that I hand dyed myself.
Oh, I love it.
Just kind of, if you can see it.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm having fun with that one. I'm sure my husband's probably going to be a little bit critical and say that, those aren't the real colors on a turkey.
He's well versed in turkeys, I guess.
Yeah, we've got several, not live ones, mounted ones, I guess would be the word for it. Hanging on our walls at home. Yeah, along with some deer heads and dead fish. And yeah. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
This one I showed you guys in the last video because I had just started it.
Yeah.
And this
got really far.
I was hoping to have it done, but
you're so close.
Work got in the way. So that's as far as I've gotten. This one is called Quaker Pumpkins. And
Hello by Liz Matthews.
Hello by Liz Matthews. And I did change it up, and I think I explained that, and maybe I didn't in the last video. In the pattern, it does say welcome, or no. Oh. That's not the wording.
Oh, you changed the wording. Okay.
Yes.
Does it say pumpkin harvest or something?
Doesn't say harvest at all.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's like Quaker Pumpkin.
All Hallows Eve.
Oh, that's right.
It says All Hallows Eve.
Because you didn't want it to be too Halloween.
Yeah, okay, I didn't bring the pattern with me. I apologize. I had it on the last video.
Yeah.
It says All Hallows Eve on the bottom, and I didn't want it to be specifically for Halloween because it's just a short season.
Yeah.
Where this, I figured I could, once it's done, have it out in August and go all the way through Thanksgiving. So Georgia Girl Stitches, and she's on Instagram. She is the one who did the conversion for the word down here.
She shared
that says, she did.
Oh, nice.
So it's called Autumn Harvest, and then she's got some little leaves down in the corner.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't use the colors that she used. I just picked some random colors out of my stash, and I used them.
You have such a good eye for color. Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's turning out, so I like it. And that's done on a 25 count Lugana.
1/1?
1/1.
Oh.
That I, again, hand dyed myself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you've got some spare stuff laying around, why not?
Right?
And
yeah.
see what
Absolutely.
you can do with it.
Yeah.
And then my last one is called Harvest Gratitude by Stoney Creek. This is an older pattern. And I did buy it quite a while ago, but I loved it when I bought it, and so I want to stitch what I love.
Oh yeah.
And this is on all the
this
called. This is called for,
awesome.
and that's the called for fabric. In the pattern, and I don't even know if they list it. I think they do because I wanted to get everything the same. It's 32 count, I believe. Yep, our model was stitched on 32 count raw with white dots, petty point Belfast linen.
Oh.
So that
Nice.
is 2 strands of floss, because it is a 32 count.
Oh sure. Yep.
Yeah, and that's as far as I've gotten. Maybe by next
Awesome.
autumn or Thanksgiving I'll have that one done.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at right now.
I love it.
It's fun. That's it for me.
Cool. Well, thank you for having so much because I only have 2.
That's okay.
I'm still working on the Cuckoo Bird sampler. I'm just a little bit further than I was last time. I'll show you what I got here. This, it's all wrinkly. I should have ironed it. It's on 20 count Ada cotton. It's cappuccino from Fibre on a whim. Let's see if I can get it all.
I like that color.
Lined up here. I love
The color of
this
the
color.
fabric is really pretty.
And then it's the one, it's called Blue Corn is the classic color work. So that's what I'm working on. And I'll get back to this. I really didn't do much with it over summer. I've been working on the cross stitch I'm doing for my daughter, and I'll show you next. It's almost done.
It's really pretty.
It's going to be done by tomorrow. So I'm giving it to her tomorrow night. So this is the pattern for this one. Did I show the pattern? I did show the pattern for that, didn't I? This one? Yep. And then the next one is this one I've shown before. It's called It's the Meds. It's the name of the pattern. And it's an artist on Etsy, and it's Sassy Fox Cross Stitch. She's on Etsy, and so this is where I'm at with it. Should I put the board behind
Yeah,
it?
yeah, so you can see all the beautiful colors of that
That's
fabric.
cute.
It's really pretty fabric.
The fabric is off Etsy as well. I'll try to put a link to it in the description box. It's sort of like cotton candy, kind of.
They're really pretty.
And my daughter has a wonderful eye for color, and she picked out the fabric. And she doesn't cross stitch, she crochets, and she made me the Queen of England for my birthday.
Yes.
So I wanted to do this for her. Her birthday was in the beginning of September, so I'm a little behind, but I won't see her
That's
for-
really
until
pretty.
this weekend. But
I love, love, love
oh, yeah,
that fabric, and the stitching is
almost
beautiful.
done. So I'll have to watch a video or something because I want to put it in just a hoop. That's how it was in the picture, so that's kind of what I want to do too. So
And this is two strands of
two
floss,
strands,
yeah.
all the called for. It's all DMC, yep, and it's a 16 count Ada.
That's really pretty.
And the model was stitched on a 14 count, and it's a little bigger, but this will be plenty big enough. So
It's gorgeous.
oh yeah, I'm excited. So that's all our stitching, and then we usually show our haul.
Yes, I don't have any
So,
haul.
I don't have a ton.
I've been doing well on restraining myself from making purchases.
You're
I would have to
amazing.
work. I've got so much more at home. Whips.
Yeah.
These are only some of my whips.
Yeah.
There's just so many, and so
Yeah.
I try to spread them out. And then you get tired of them, and you put them away, and you pick up something else. And
That's
you
wonderful.
probably are all doing the same thing.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. I did good. I mean, I bought some stuff, but not nearly what I usually do. So
I love this pattern.
I bought this one's called Tomato Roll. I just love these. And when I finish that Cuckoo one, I'll probably start a tomato pattern. I don't know if it'll be this one, but I do like those.
I do
so.
like it, and this would be done cute, just
Quick, yeah.
just like that, in a tiny, skinny little type of pillow that you
Yeah.
can put out on your
My little
tray.
Tray,
Mhm.
yeah. So this, you probably have all seen this. This is Teresa Kogat's dwelling place.
yeah.
I have a ton of Teresa's patterns. I have a ton of patterns, but I could not pass this up. I just thought this was beautiful.
It is beautiful.
So this, I hope to start this next year. So we'll see.
That's a lot of stitching too.
Yeah,
A lot of stitching.
I would do it on 20 count Ada.
Okay. Yeah, that's really, really pretty. All the stars.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
it will be gorgeous when it's done.
Yeah. And then I got this book, and so I heard that Martingale Press is going out of business, and they make a lot of,
Oh, I
they publish a
didn't know
lot
that.
of quilting books.
Okay.
And I can't remember the Instagrammer that shared that a lot of their books were on sale on Amazon because they're going out of business.
Oh,
I think this was like $4.
seriously?
And it's a lot of patterns, and they're all ones I would enjoy doing. So I was like, ooh.
Nice.
So I did.
Very nice.
So yeah, my little quilts pattern library is growing. My quilts not so much, but we're getting there.
There are wonderful patterns in here. Just a ton of them.
Lots and lots, yeah.
Head out to Amazon, ladies. Get them while they last.
Yeah, and then I got
and guys too, those of you that want to sew.
Right, sure, yeah, absolutely. So I bought this kit. This is the Lighthearted Kit by Camille Ross Kelly. And I bought it because I'm a breast cancer survivor, and this is the 2023, and I'm going to have to put the hashtag in the description box below because I forgot to write it down. I told myself this morning, don't forget to add that to the list, and of course I forgot. So it's the pattern that there's a sew-along starting, I think, on October 1st for the breast cancer awareness pattern, and this is it.
Are you going to start it on October 1st?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to take the fabric out and see if it meets my skill level, or if my skill level meets the pattern.
Okay.
I had messaged her and she said that it was beginner friendly, so before I bought it. So we'll see. If I don't get to it this year, I will get to it, but I wanted to make sure I bought it first of all because I try to do something for October for myself and for the community, for survivors. So
is that the pattern that goes with it?
it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
it actually came with a pattern, so I'm going to give this pattern
Oh,
away.
that's
I had already bought the
giveaway.
pattern.
There we go.
So yeah, that was haul. I can maybe put that on there.
Nice.
Probably won't be in the. So then we usually talk about what we're into. So you're not really.
Lex asked me what I was into, and I said nothing. Nothing right now. Work's been a bit much lately for me.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just trying to get through my days working, and by the time I get home at night, because there have been some very, very long days, so 14-hour days, I just get home and I'm exhausted, and I'm just glad to be home, and I want a good night's sleep. So right now, besides my stitching and my job and my husband and my grandbabies, that's about it.
That's plenty.
And that's
Thank
okay.
God for
Life
our
happens,
hobbies.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just a season. It's
Yes,
a season,
this
and
will
before
pass.
you know it, it'll
Yep.
pass. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can't wait for that for you.
2 more years. I did tell the people at work and my boss a week ago that they've got me for 2 more years. So
Yay.
I have something to look forward to. And I shared with Liz this afternoon too. Just saying it out loud to other people has taken a lot of the stress off of me. Even though the work is still there and I'm feeling very overwhelmed, there's just this level of stress that has gone away because
Good.
I said it out loud, and I know that there's a
end
light.
is in sight.
Yeah, and I can be stitching all the time.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm retired and I don't stitch all the time. I definitely stitch more. But let's see. So what all am I into? I took a class to learn how to use my Serger this month. I was in the class for 4 weeks, all 4 weeks in September, all the Thursdays in September. So it's a little frustrating because I don't remember how much my machine was. It's not high end. It's a Brother 1034D is my Serger. And to take the class, if you hadn't used your Serger in over a year, you had to pay to get it serviced. So it was like $100 to get it serviced. So I was like, already.
Wow. Okay.
But then I learned how to use it, which was good. I needed to learn how to use it. I definitely wanted to just be able to serge the edge of my cross stitch fabrics, but I also wanted to be able to sew with knits. I have a ton of knits. Mm-hmm. My daughter knows how to sew with knits. And so what the people at the store, and obviously they own a store and they sell sergers, so their thinking is you want to buy the $1,500 machine because then it's going to go really well and you're going to want to sew more, serge more. Okay. And my thinking is, well, let me see how it goes with my $300 machine. I'm with you on your thinking. And I get it. It's a little frustrating because it doesn't work the way as all the other ladies' machines worked in the class, and that was a little frustrating, but I figure it's a skill. I own this machine. I wanted to know how to use it, so I'm going to keep working at it. I have it set up. So,
are you planning on sewing things other than just quilting, like clothing, things where you'll be using knits, pillows, that kind of thing? Okay.
Mostly knits. So, what my daughter does is she can make leggings, she can make dresses, she can make she makes t-shirts. Both my daughters actually know how to sew with knits on a serger, and there's all kinds of communities on Facebook for people who, buy like PDF patterns and sew a lot of knits. And so there's a lot of support out there. And I have a lot of fabric just because it's so pretty. I just couldn't help myself when I was buying.
It's just like floss.
It is.
It's so pretty.
I had like 2 bins full of knit fabric, and the reason I took the class was I'm either going to sell these 2 bins full of fabric,
right.
Find a de-stash group or something, or I'm going to learn how to use this machine. So
now you're gonna learn.
So I'm trying. So
you'll do.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. The other thing I'm into is still podcasts. I listen to audiobooks, but I have listened to 2 podcasts in the last, just over the summer, that were really good. I listened to Wilder. It's all about Laura Ingalls and the books Little House on the Prairie, and it's a really good podcast. And it doesn't get too political, but it gets a little political because there's some really political things in the book when you think about it. Right. But the woman who does the podcast loves Laura Ingalls, and so do I. So it was a good balance of, it was a different time, and there's things in the book that I don't think I'd want my grandkids reading, but anyways, check it out if you're interested. And then I also really enjoy history, and I listened to a podcast called Founding Son, John Quincy's America, and it was so interesting. If you like history, it was just wonderful. It's like a few episodes long, and then it's done. It wasn't like a kind of ongoing weekly thing for a long time, but... And then lastly, I'm still into quilting. I'm still working on it. I did finish the quilt for my newest grandbaby. I'll insert a picture of it at the end of our video so you can see it. And it just, my stepmom used to say something made her heart smile, if it made her really happy. And my daughter and her family did their family photos and the newborn photos, and she told the photographer that they had to incorporate the quilt.
That's nice.
And that made my heart smile. So
see? There you go.
So then, lastly, we could probably talk about plans. So I have one really cool plan. So I have, I don't have like a designated sewing room. I have kind of a corner in the guest room, and then I kind of spill out into like the great room with the table because there's more room. But I wanted like a quilt, like a design wall. And I found a blog post where they made a design wall, but it rolls up like the big maps roll up in a classroom.
Okay, so this would be like a bigger version of this board.
Yes.
Where you can stick all your finished squares all over everything to see how you want to place. That's cool.
So it'll be like kind of a big thing above the closet, the double closet in the guest room.
Okay.
And I can pull it down all the way to the floor, put my blocks on it, and then when I'm not using it, I can roll it right back up.
That's awesome.
And it's on, you use a tablecloth where one side is vinyl and the other side is that fuzzy kind of flannel. And it just all rolls up on like PVC. I can put the link to the blog post that my husband's using to make it.
Yeah.
And so now that I've put in the video, I can say to him, I promised them you were going to do this for me. It's on the honeydew list.
You're accountable.
So.
Yep.
He's wonderful about that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. And then otherwise, I think I'm just going to be working on whips and trying to, like I said, figure out a way to make my cart even more functional. I think if I could figure out a way to strap some baskets onto it. Once I get that done, I'll make a little video of it maybe. So yeah, what are your plans?
Just to work on my whips right now. And I'd like to get, they're themed, right? The turkey one, I'd like to have that done by Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing serious.
Yeah, we're kind of rolling into the busy season, with the holidays, just like everybody. It'll be, October.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's the end of September already. I work at a school and we just started, it seemed like we just started school and now we're already 1 month in and there's only 8 months left of school. I mean, it goes so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we were just saying that, I watch my daughter, she's in her early 30s. I watch her parenting and we are both like, weren't we just doing that?
Yes.
We just had those little kids and they're all grown and have kids of their own now. It's like, how did this happen?
And we have no energy to keep up with them.
Right. Yes, there's a reason that the young ones have the babies. Yeah. Yes.
Well, my husband always says that I can't have a baby at my age because I would forget where I put it. He is kind of right.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yes, they're so much fun, but they are exhausting. So yeah, that's true. So we did have a winner. So our last video, we were re-giving away this Keeper of the Pins pattern, and it includes the fabric and the pins. Actually, not fabric.
The floss
and pins. No fabric. And the winner of this is Maureen Lopez. So Maureen, if you would email us at Two Grateful Stitchers, I will get this in the mail to you. So
Thank you.
thanks for watching. And then we do have one more giveaway, or one giveaway for this video. So, and I know it's a Flosstube video, but because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and I'm a survivor, I thought this would be a really cool giveaway. And this is the Adore pattern, and it is the 2023 Breast Cancer Awareness Sew Along, and there's a hashtag for it, and I'll include it because I can't remember what it is. But for this, the name of the pattern is Adore. So maybe if you could just include the word adore and let us know what you adore, that would be wonderful. So Breast Cancer Awareness Month is the month of October, and some people call it Pinktober, and some survivors struggle with it. The reason I don't struggle with it is because the drug that saved my life was invented in my lifetime. There's a movie with Harry Connick Jr. called Living Proof, and I think it's hard to find it on streaming services, but lots of times you can find it through the library. But that movie sort of outlines and details how he discovered the drug Herceptin. And that's the drug that saved my life because my cancer was triple positive. And used to be a very, very deadly form of breast cancer. And praise God, this drug is available to me and it literally saved my life. So I'm happy to give that pattern away. Like I said, it did come in the kit and I didn't realize that. So it was just sort of serendipity and it worked out perfectly. So
that's perfect.
So yeah, so for giveaways, you know, all the usual stuff. We'd like you to be a subscriber and like the video. You have to be 18. We can only mail it in the United States. I think that's everything for giveaways. So this was wonderful, short but sweet. And
thank you for watching. We are grateful for each and every one of you.
Very grateful. See you next time.
Bye.